Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
What a save. A rookie Detroit police officer saves a man's life. How she was uniquely trained to get this scary situation under control, even with just a few months on the job. Mara?
Is Wayne County about to take Dan Gilbert up on his offer? Well, I just spoke to Warren Evans.
All right, Mara, but we're going to begin with a number of stories that are breaking right now as we hit the 5 o'clock hour. First, in downtown Detroit, you're looking live in the area of Washington and Larned, where an electrical fire is burning underground. We've seen some smoke billowing up from the manhole cover there. Firefighters, as you can see, are on the scene, quite a few of them. We'll keep an eye on that. That's just developing, and we will have updates just as soon as... Wow. We just saw a flare up there. Those are live pictures you're watching right now. We will continue. Let's stay with this for just a second and now watch how the firefighters react to what they're seeing. Again, it's a fire, an electrical fire underground. Water on top, and you know water and electricity don't mix very well, so that may be intensifying some of the problems for firefighters here. But you've got, gosh, a whole slew of firefighters and fire engines there around the site. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll watch that develop and have updates here over this next 90 minutes.
Also tonight, we continue to follow breaking news out of New Orleans East, where this tornado touched down. Initial reports mention there are dozens of minor injuries, along with 2 more serious injuries. This was just one of at least 4 tornadoes that ripped across Louisiana today. More tornadoes could spin up in Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida later on. And this is just some of the destruction left behind. Take a look here. Officials say about 10,000 homes are without power, and there are reports of gas leaks. So we've got Ben right off the top here. He's been tracking everything that's going on down there.
We had severe storm warnings, and they came through.
Yeah, by 7 a.m. local time, they were under an enhanced risk for severe weather, which is sort of the category 3 risk down there. So we were watching that for hours. And then, sure enough, we saw these tornadoes pop up, and you can see it's that one in East New Orleans that has caused most of the damage. 25 people injured, 60 structures damaged, and they're still going through the mess that is down there in New Orleans. The severe risk has shifted, now just a slight risk, but not going to let our guard down in any parts of the South tonight. Alabama, Mississippi, and on over to the Panhandle of Florida. We'll be watching that in the next few hours. Back home, we haven't had any rumbles of thunder, and we're not anticipating severe weather, but it wouldn't be surprised to see a flash of lightning or two, because we could have some instability out there as these showers look like they're on the wane. But we've got warmer air starting to sneak up from the south. 54 right now in Adrian, 55 in Monroe, and you can see that 10-degree difference between Monroe and Metro Airport, which is still at 46. So we'll show you the warmer temperatures that are coming and the big cool down that is going to be moving in behind this in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. Now to Macomb County, where officials there are hoping and waiting to see if today's rain is going to force sewage to be sent into the Clinton River.
And there's also a new traffic problem on its way, all because of the collapsed sewer lines. Let's bring in Rod Maloney live. And Rod, you just got off a tour of where they monitor all of this. What they have to say?
That's right. Well, they said that things are okay right now. That's the good news. But they're also saying to people coming home from work, the kids coming home from school and activities, you gotta not use the water, plain, pure, and simple. Now, this is where they do all the monitoring, and they're also saying that a lot of prayers have been answered because we don't have any rain right now. Last rain we saw was about 45 minutes ago, so they're saying this is the best news they've had all day. So far this afternoon, we've had about a ½ an inch of rainfall. A white-knuckle ride for the level monitors inside the Macomb Public Works Department control room. It is from here they would release the valve, sending millions of gallons of sewage into the area water supply if we got a lot more. They've done it once at Christmas time. New Drain Commissioner Candace Miller spoke to us about how the next month is the most critical time while they construct a bypass around the interceptor collapse.
Think about 11-foot capacity. You're not going to put a big pipe like that up on the road right away. So the bypass has been designed with 3 parallel pipes that will be running above ground.
And here's where that traffic problem comes in. Starting Friday, Hayes north of 15 Mile will be shut down for about a month. Yes, local residents will be allowed in, but the road will in effect be closed. Fraser Mayor Joe Nichols explains why that area is a problem.
there's underground utilities that will not allow us to run the bypass pumping in that area without interfering with those. We can't relocate those, so we're going to have to run above ground, which is the reason for the need for the shutdown.
While it seems as if they're telling you every other day there could be trouble here, the mayor says everyone in the 11 community area needs to stick with the water reduction program for everyone's good for now.
You have to just dig a little bit deeper. If you were planning laundry today, please, maybe hold off till tomorrow.
Now, one of the things they're talking about here is, look, they don't want to be the little boy who cried wolf and saying every time they turn around you have to even cut back more on the water usage. But they say right now, for the next month, it's the critical time. Because once they get the bypass in, then they can go to work and actually get things accomplished that they can't do right now. So patience is going to be required at least until about the middle of March. Reporting live in Mount Clemens, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All right, Rod, thank you. We've got some more breaking news to pass along to you this afternoon. The Army will allow the $3.8 billion Dakota Access Oil Pipeline to cross under a Missouri River reservoir in North Dakota, clearing the way for completion of this four-state project. The Standing Rock Sioux Tribe worries a pipeline leak could pollute drinking water and have promised to continue legal challenges. Dallas-based pipeline developer Energy Transfer Partners, though, says the pipeline is safe.
Major cabinet victory today for President Trump, albeit by the slimmest of margins.
Yeah, the vice president actually had to cast the tie-breaking vote that would confirm Betsy DeVos as Secretary of Education.
First time ever, in fact, that a tie-breaking vote has been needed to confirm a cabinet nominee, and here was that moment.
The Senate being equally divided, the vice president votes in the affirmative and the nomination is confirmed.
Tracy Potts is following this story and a court hearing that could put the president's travel ban back into effect. Tracy?
This afternoon, we learned Republican leaders here are threatening to work through the weekend if Democrats continue to drag out these nominations. Democrats are threatening another late night talkathon. The one last night didn't work. For the first time in history, a vice president cast the tie-breaking vote to confirm a presidential cabinet nominee.
The vice president votes in the affirmative.
Betsy DeVos becomes the nation's education secretary despite all-night protests from Democrats. They don't think she's qualified, and they're concerned about her high-level support for private and charter schools.
A vote for Ms. DeVos is a vote to destroy our public school system.
What's wrong with giving low-income Americans more choices of better schools?
The next step, a final vote on Jeff Sessions as Attorney General.
He's the wrong choice.
It's all politics.
President Trump met with sheriffs today as a federal appeals panel hears arguments tonight on whether to reinstate his temporary travel ban.
I actually can't believe that we're having to fight to protect the security in a court system, to protect the security of our nation.
That it is absolutely clear that the intent of this is discriminating against Muslims, and the effect of it is to discriminate against Muslims.
The administration is confident they'll win despite 18 states, dozens of national security officials, mostly Democrats, and nearly 100 tech companies arguing against them.
We're going to prevail on this on the merits of the case because it is done so in a very lawful way.
A ruling is expected soon after tonight's arguments to either resume the ban or keep it on hold. In case the judges seem to side with opponents of the ban, the government's thrown an interesting caveat in their argument tonight, saying that for now, the ban could only apply to people coming to the United States for the first time. In Washington, Tracy Potts, Local 4.
Okay, Tracy, and the contentious debate over Betsy DeVos as Education Secretary isn't dying down after today's vote. Coming up at 6, we'll talk to local supporters and opponents and get their reaction.
This dormant construction site along Gratiot may be the hottest sliver of real estate in Detroit right now. Wayne County Executive Warren Evans says this is where the county's new jail will go. But Dan Gilbert says it's the only spot where he wants to place a new soccer stadium. And Gilbert is now offering to build the jail somewhere else in a high-dollar swap. Mara McDonald live tonight. And Mara, as you mentioned off the top of the broadcast, you just spoke with Warren Evans.
And he says this is a deal, but is it the right deal? Take a listen.
It's big. What billionaire Dan Gilbert is offering is this: give him the land the failed jail sits on so he can build a Major League Soccer stadium and entertainment district. And he will in turn build Wayne County an entire new criminal justice complex near Forest and 75. The math looks like this. The county estimates finishing that jail would cost about $300 million. Gilbert will build a brand new criminal justice complex for $420 million as long as the county pays that $300 million.
I'm not dismissing it. I mean, I think we need to look at it, but I think we need to look at it deliberately and figure out just what is the end game here.
Evans has been dealing with this for 2 years, cleaning up the county's finances to be at a point where it can even bond out to finish the jail. They are in that position right now. There will be no fire sale of that property. The county is in a good position to negotiate the best deal. What that is has yet to be determined.
In a different capsule in a different place, could say lots of good things about soccer and what could happen downtown, but that has nothing to do with the decision I'm trying to make here. It's like we've already sunk, my predecessors have sunk a significant amount of money in that existing site, and that we're never going to get back.
Back here live. So now what? The timeline looks to be a couple months. They're going to need to get people in here to take a look at the options and weigh what is best for the taxpayers of the county. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
New at 5.
The city said it had been fixed a long time ago, but it wasn't.
Why a Detroit man says is pleased to get this broken water main fixed, fell on deaf ears, and what happened to finally get it patched up.
Also, an all-out manhunt underway in 2 states as a serial killing suspect and his partner on the run. Ahead here at 5, the one distinguishing feature one of them has that shouldn't be all that hard to spot.
A Detroit police officer who's only been on the job for 4 months saved a man's life this weekend.
You have to talk to them as if they are your own family member because his life matters just as much as anybody else's.
Hear more from Officer Abigail Campbell, and you'll also see the exclusive dash cam video showing how she sprung into action.
All right, Coco, and we continue to watch the scene of breaking news in downtown Detroit. Firefighters watching an underground electrical fire. Moments ago, we saw a huge plume of thick smoke and a bit of flame erupt from a manhole cover. A live report from the scene when we come right back on Local 4 News at 5.
Tonight. New at 6.
Traumatic moments for a little girl inside a local Chuck E. Cheese's. New at 6, why she's missing patches of hair tonight and why her mom isn't happy with the restaurant chain's response.
Also, the defender's investigation has a lot of people talking. A woman forced to deliver her baby on the dirty floor of the Macomb County jail cell. New at 6, our own medical expert breaks down the staff's decisions and the health risks they pose to both mother and child.
Those stories and more coming up, but we want to get back to that breaking news that we told you about at the top of the broadcast. An underground electrical fire in the area of Washington and Larned.
Photojournalist Tim Pamplin joins us now. He's live at the scene. Tim?
Yeah, Devin, it was quite a scene, wasn't it, 15 minutes ago at the top of our newscast when this thing exploded. As I come down here now, you'll see the firefighters are still standing by. DTE have just arrived on the scene. There's the manhole right over there. It's next to the old fire headquarters. The fire appears to be out, but let's roll some tape we had, like I said, about 15 minutes ago. Take a look at this. Firefighters just arrived on the scene. They started moving back when the whole thing exploded. Now, during the course of that explosion, that may have snuffed out the fire underground. Again, DTE just arriving on the scene. They're going to have to evaluate this situation. They just told me off the cuff that there may be some power outages downtown as they try and make some repairs here. So again, this is right outside Cobo Hall, Washington and Congress, Washington Learned, underground fire, underground electrical fire, no injuries, and it appears to be under control at this time. Back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, Tim. Detroit police officer Abigail Campbell has just been on the job for 4 months, and in that short amount of time, she may have already made the best save of her career.
Saturday morning, Officer Campbell was called in as backup to the Lodge Freeway where a man was threatening to jump, and when she got there, she sprung into action. We bring in Coco McAvoy. Coco, she got him to safety.
Yes, Officer Campbell did help save that man, and she says she never expected anything like this to happen just 4 months into the job. But as you're about to see from the video, she used her training to help the man when he needed it the most.
Hey, buddy, what's your name?
At what became a crowded scene at the Lodge in 6 Mile, it was as if Officer Abigail Campbell and the man in the yellow coat were the only ones there.
Listen, I know you don't know me, but my name's Abby. Put your hand on my...
Officer Campbell reassures the man through his tears.
Hey, it's all right.
In that moment,
my blood pressure was high in hopes that I would be able to find the right words to say.
And she did.
It's frantic when you see somebody getting ready to possibly end their life. I spoke to him as if he was my own brother, because in that instance he is.
Situations like the one from Saturday is the reason why Officer Campbell joined the police department in the first place.
It is an honor to wear the badge, to wear the uniform. When people call you and ask for your help, it's an honor to get to go and help them.
That compassion will guide her through the very tough job, and she believes her role as a police officer will give her more opportunities to listen, care, and serve a community that she's grown to love.
This is what I come to do my job every day, and I hope I get to do it again. I want to help as many people as I possibly can.
Just incredible. She's only 24 years old, and she does not want to be called a hero, and she wanted to make sure that her partner that day, the Detroit Fire Department and the Michigan State Police Department, also got credit for this as well. Reporting live this afternoon, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4, back to you.
Well, Coco, how's the man doing now? Do we know?
Yes, so Officer Campbell said that the man is now getting the treatment and the care that he needed, and she's just so grateful that she was there that day to be able to help him through this low moment in his life.
Well, what a start. All right, Coco.
Well, your heart really goes out to the folks down in New Orleans. My goodness, what they're dealing with.
Seen a mess down there as we follow the tornadoes that have hit there, and we've got our own problems now as we continue to watch Macomb County, especially around the sinkhole.
Yeah, I was just looking at rainfall totals. The nearest reporting station is Mount Clemens. They've got 9,600, so almost an inch of rain has fallen. Very near there, and you saw from Coco's umbrella, it is still coming down in spots, but there's also a mess of warm air just off to our south. Temperatures in Toledo at 57. Those 50s have snuck up into our south zone, and likely we're going to see this push just a little bit further as we get into the next few hours. It's 48 right now at Metro. Our record high today, by the way, is 53, so we may get near that mark before the cold air that's behind this front starts sweeping through, and that's going to be coming at the later parts of the evening. So it's all liquid out there, and probably will be even as that cold air rushes in on the backside, because the moisture is starting to fade. The low, which is right out here in the center part of the state, may flare up a few more showers and possibly a rumble of thunder if it can get to some of that unstable air. We are not anticipating anything severe, but nevertheless, don't be surprised if you hear it. Otherwise, these are the rainfall totals, at least from the radar that's estimated, and we've seen actual reports out here 1 to 1.1 inches in the western portions of Washtenaw and Lenawee County. And as I told you earlier, some of those totals in Macomb County are getting near 1 inch as well. So that warm front is not going to get quite as far north as M59. So Metro, south zones, and maybe even our southern part of our west zone could sneak into the 50s briefly here this evening. Cold air comes in behind it. The next little snowmaker is going to skirt just to our south, so we're going to miss that on Wednesday. Could be a couple flakes around on Thursday morning. Inconsequential, not really going to cause any problems. And then temperatures start warming back up again as we head into the upcoming weekend. This snow generally should miss us. We may get brushed by a couple flakes on Friday, but the accumulating stuff is going to stay across northern lower Michigan. So low temperatures tonight going to feel a whole lot different than what we're going to get here in the next few hours, that's for sure. We're going to go down to around the freezing mark, 33 in Detroit City, 32 downriver, and below freezing up there on the north end of our metro zone. Our south zone anywhere between 28 in Onstead, 32 in Luna Pier for low temperatures tonight. West zone just about all 20s from Flint down to Canton. And in our north zone, you're going to be pretty much in that same mark. 27 up in Sandusky, 28 in Waterford, Macomb Township, 29 in Richmond. You'll be 28 tomorrow morning. And temperatures really not going to go much of anywhere as far as highs. We may sneak up to around the 33-degree mark. Otherwise, skies mostly cloudy through the day, and we will stay dry until a couple of those flakes show up early on Thursday. Friday, we get that sort of brushed by those snowflakes and come up from those cold temperatures. Teens for lows Thursday and Friday. And then we start warming up into the weekend, and that's rain, by the way, on Sunday. So we just got a little bit of everything.
Everything, you're right.
It's a mix of stew, yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what the Good Doctor's working on today. Hi, Frank.
Good evening. Well, you know, she has 4 gold medals, 6 world records, and her mother brought a defibrillator every time she got in the pool. From Dr. Frank McGeorge coming up, a swimmer's struggle with heart problems and her message for you.
All right, Doc, but first, an all-out manhunt underway as police say they've got a serial killer on the loose. We'll have that next. The manhunt for a couple linked to a multi-state killing spree is zeroing in on a Georgia hotel tonight.
We're hearing widespread reports of a heavy police presence surrounding the hotel in the town of West Point on the Georgia-Alabama line. William Billy Boyette is wanted for killing 3 women and hurting another in a 4-day period. His partner there, Mary Barbara Craig Rice, is charged with capital murder and robbery. Police say Rice has dyed her hair orange. Meanwhile, a Florida sheriff issues a stern warning to Boyette.
I'm speaking directly to Billy Boyette or anyone who can get him a message. Mr. Boyette, there are 2 places you can end up, prison or a cemetery. The choice is yours. The people coming for you are not the unarmed, defenseless victims like you have been preying on. They're professional law enforcement officers that will take you off the streets. How it happens is totally up to you.
Investigators believe the 2 are traveling in a 2006 white Chevy Cobalt, and again, they are zeroing in on that hotel that we told you about in Georgia.
Back home, a deadly multiple car accident on Detroit's east side. We've got video from the scene at Newport and Chandler Park Drive. This is a crash that happened a little after 2:45 this afternoon. Still not sure what caused the accident, but we are still working on gathering more on it.
And a quick note, we are expecting the swearing in of Betsy DeVos to happen at any time now.
And when it does, we'll bring it to you live, not only here, but also on clickondetroit.com. And here's what else is coming up at 5:30.
New at 5:30.
They don't wear masks or carry guns, but computer criminals pose a threat to all of us.
We think that we're safe, but we're really not.
The simple, inexpensive ways you can protect yourself and your identity from cyber theft.
MDOT is planning a $15 million construction project on a major freeway right here in Detroit. And no, I'm not talking about I-75. Find out if you could be seeing those orange barrels on your commute.
A broken water main in this West Side neighborhood for the 3rd time. City crews out here to fix it, but the bigger question, why does this keep happening? We'll try and find out.
Gather the live from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News at 5:30 starts now.
He's been pleading for a fix for years. A small lake leaves a Detroit street constantly flooded. For the 3rd time in 3 years, the street in front of Darvin Aaron's home has flooded.
It's a house on Sylvan Street right near the I-96, I-94 interchange. He says the city told him it had been fixed. Well, it obviously wasn't. Let's get out to Jason Colthorpe with why the city was saying it was fixed when apparently not. Jason.
Well, Devin, it actually had been fixed twice before, and if you look, you can see the old concrete here versus the new concrete and sidewalk. And so maybe the city was just kind of surprised. Maybe they thought this couldn't break 3 times in 3 years, but as you take a look, it clearly did. And after Mr. Aaron called us, he called the city for the 6th time since January 14th. And wouldn't you know it, we all showed up out here together today to get to the bottom of it.
Just water, just flowing water. Constantly.
The water and orange barricades are nothing new in front of Darvin Aaron's home on Sylvan Street.
This have broken 3 times by Thanksgiving in 2015. And it broke again in 2016. This was the last time right here.
But clearly the fix isn't working.
So I think they're using the wrong duct tape or bubble gum.
So other than the ice rink that forms when it gets cold, what's the most frustrating thing for Aaron?
The city of Detroit not coming out doing what they have to do.
Oh, not so fast.
But we're here to fix it.
This DWSD crew apologized to Mr. Aaron for the inconvenience as they got to work.
It's nothing that doesn't happen on any other area that has an old infrastructure.
And that aging infrastructure isn't exclusive to Sylvan Street.
We just did one before we came here. So don't think because this area is desolate, we neglected. I still live in the city. These guys live in the city. So yeah, it's our job.
Those crews just took off about a half hour ago from finishing up work today, and here's where that break was right here. And I just want to let you know what they did. They clamped it off, which is the same way they fixed it the previous 2 times, and it broke again. But I did talk to the crews today, and they said, you know, they got to re-inspect it to see if this entire main needs to be fixed. And they told me because it's broken 3 times in 3 years, it's likely that will happen, that they'll end up replacing this, and hopefully stops it from happening, because obviously it's a lot of water now, but when those temperatures drop, it's a lot of ice. Yeah. Reporting live on the west side, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
Exactly right. All right, Jason. Meanwhile, a couple charged in the death of their 11-month-old son learns their fate.
Today, both 30-year-old Lorenzo Brooks and 38-year-old Letitia Moulton were sentenced to spend 2 to 15 years in prison. The duo pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter and child abuse. In September of last year, the couple woke up and discovered their 11-month-old son unresponsive. Today in court, both parents apologized.
Just want to say sorry to my son, first and foremost, that, you know, he didn't get a chance to grow up and be a kid and enjoy life.
I just want to apologize to my family and his family for taking him through this.
This was the second child to die in their care. They lost an infant daughter back in 2014.
And now to a mother searching for justice in the death of her son.
Right now, Crime Stoppers is asking for anonymous tips and offering a cash reward up to $2,500 for information leading to an arrest in the murder of Jeffrey Dunbar Jr. Dunbar was killed early Christmas morning while he was leaving the Dynasty Lounge on Detroit's east side. His mother calling on the person responsible to come forward.
Jeffrey was my son. Whoever did this to my son, you took a valuable person from our family. Jeffrey was the stronghold of all of us. I miss Jeffrey so much. Whoever you are who did this to my son, would you please come forward to the police?
If you have any information on the crime, contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
Saying goes, of course, there's 2 seasons in Michigan, winter and construction season. Well, more than ever, that feels true. Our Kim DeGiulio has our first look at the new project adding to the construction chaos. This one is on the Lodge. Kim?
Well, the construction here in the Motor City never seems to end. Just days after closing southbound I-75, MDOT is already planning a new construction project. This one happening right here on the Lodge. The Martin Luther King Bridge over the Lodge is in bad shape and in need of some major repairs. MDOT plans to completely replace the bridge, which will cause M10 to close down for 2 weekends.
One to bring the bridge down, and a future weekend to put the steel beams back up to build the bridge.
The $15 million project is expected to start in late March and be completed by this December. While fixing the bridge, MDOT is adding on another project to the southbound side of the Lodge.
Widening the exit from M10 to Grand River and adding a lane.
This will help the increased traffic that is expected once Little Caesars Arena is up and running.
As long as we're already working in the area, we can make that adjustment without any big additional efforts or expenses.
This additional project will close the Grand River exit periodically, but once it's finished, it will make getting downtown for a game much easier. MDOT is hosting a public meeting on Wednesday, February 15th for anyone who wants more information about this upcoming project. If you'd like to attend, you can visit our website at clickondetroit.com for more information about the event. Reporting on the Lodge, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
And Governor Snyder expected to release his budget proposal for the next fiscal year tomorrow. That should have hard numbers about just how much money will be going toward fixing the state's roads. Now to good health. She's won 7 Olympic medals in swimming, 4 of them gold.
But Dana Vollmer's biggest challenges weren't always in the pool. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with a side of her story that you haven't heard.
That's exactly right, and this is pretty crazy. You know, when Dana was a teenager, her mother carried one of these to every meet and practice. It's an AED, an automated external defibrillator. Doctors wanted it poolside in case Dana's heart stopped beating.
Dana Vollmer about to win her first Olympic gold medal and trying to make it a world record as well. Yes!
Before she was a world record holder, Dana Vollmer was a 14-year-old swimmer with a heart problem.
I was in the pool training just like normal and had to stop because my heart rate was at 250 beats per minute. And that led my family to cardiologists, and through testing they discovered that I had an extra electrical pathway in my heart.
They also saw signs of a rhythm disorder called long QT syndrome.
I was able to continue to train with a defibrillator with me at all times, just in case my heart stopped.
They never needed to use the AED, but the experience made Vollmer understand the importance of heart health. Now she's teaming up with the American Heart Association and CVS to encourage others to do the same.
To be the mom, to be the wives, to be the women that we want to be, we have to be healthy, and we have to take control of our own health.
On February 14th, CVS MinuteClinics will be offering free screenings.
You learn your 5 numbers that all women really need to know, and it's your cholesterol, your HDL cholesterol, the good one, and blood sugar, blood pressure, and your BMI.
Vollmer is expecting her second child in July, and she's still swimming. As for the next Olympics,
hopefully my husband and I can kind of figure it out and still be able to do enough training to hopefully put me on that 2020 team.
Now, the Know Your Numbers screenings are free on Valentine's Day, and they're open to women and men. So check with your local CVS MinuteClinic for the time.
I give her credit for pursuing her dreams because I would be scared.
A
that
world-class athlete you would expect is going to be pegging the meter on heart rate in training again and again, things like that. But you think it doesn't necessarily make a difference?
Well, you know, a lot of it is in preparation. But of course, you know, when your heart rate does go exceptionally high, there is always that risk. And that's why they always had to have a defibrillator on side.
That's amazing. All right, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Well, the Queen of Soul is teaming up with another member of music royalty.
New tonight, who's joining forces with Aretha Franklin for her brand new album.
And he hijacked a cab, and that's not even half the story. A truly bizarre scene plays out on a Philadelphia street.
But first, My Defender's special report. The simple, inexpensive ways you can protect yourself and your identity from cyber criminals. That's next.
They're rising stars chasing gold, and for many, Metro Detroit is their training ground to get them on the Olympic podium. As we celebrate 1 year out to the Winter Games, see who's working hard to make Detroit proud on the Olympic stage. That's tomorrow, starting at 5.
Jeopardy! New at 6.
A frightening ordeal for a little girl inside a local Chuck E. Cheese's. How she lost batches of her hair and what the restaurant manager offered her to make up for it. Jason?
Her nomination was very contentious. Her confirmation today, just as controversial. Coming up, we'll have reaction to Michigan's Betsy DeVos becoming the new Secretary of Education.
The FBI says cybercrime is becoming more common, dangerous and sophisticated, and no one is safe from it. Criminals doing everything from disabling hospital systems or 911 services to steal your identity.
I was in the line at a grocery store, and I get to the front, pay with the card, and decline. Like, you know, first, hold on, I know there's money in there.
James Alexander called the bank, but he already knew what happened.
We think that we're safe, but we're really not.
He didn't want his company to suffer the same cyber attack he had at the grocery store, so James hired a professional protection expert.
If I'm able to obtain your information, I can superimpose my picture on your driver's license and create a whole new person.
The American Institute of CPA says the top 5 cybercrimes include tax refund fraud, corporate account takeover, identity theft, theft of sensitive data, and theft of intellectual property. Experts say you need to take steps to stay cyber safe.
Check your information on a daily basis.
Check your credit reports and driver's license records regularly. Set up alerts through your bank account so it notifies you when a purchase is made. Don't leave valuable information on your cell phone. Don't accept free flash drives from strangers. They could be hacked. And if the hacker wants a ransom, don't pay it.
Because once you do it the first time, you become an easy target, right? So they'll start coming back and do the same thing.
Instead, report it right away.
Please look at your statements. I do it religiously now. That's part of my routine every month. Look at the statement and see what went out.
Buno says college students are easy targets because many don't have credit cards or credit reports yet and would have no idea they've been hacked until they graduate and try to buy a house. She says small companies are also major targets because hackers know they don't have the funds to support proper cybersecurity processes and installments. She says 90% of small businesses are impacted. Not a lot of businesses actually consider that.
The perils are everywhere on this front
it's
nowadays. Yeah.
NBC reportedly considering giving Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update its own show.
This would be a show that would run for 30 minutes, prime time on Thursday nights, apparently. Of course, the parody has been a part of Saturday Night Live's regular programming since the very first episode back in 1975, making it the longest running sketch in the show's history. Weekend Update would join the Blues Brothers and Wayne's World on the list of sketches that have received spinoffs. Most of the chatter this week is about